Since the dawn of time, the bug type has been considered one of the worst types in Pokemon, and with bad stats, bad move pools, and bad weaknesses, it's really no wonder why. Which made me wonder, is it even possible to beat a Pokemon game with just using bug types in battle? And is it possible to do so in Emerald, a game that's not exactly friendly towards bug types? With multiple super effective gym leaders, a fire-based evil team, and a number of other unexpected obstacles, I had my work cut out for me, and so I got to work. Like all Emerald playthroughs, this challenge started in Littleroot with us picking a starter Pokemon. Since there is no bug-type starter, I took Trico and boxed him as soon as I got my grubby little hands on a grubby little Wurmple, who I named Wormy. Little did I know that choosing Trico would end up being a huge mistake. We then moved on to Route 102 to pick up another Wurmple named Squirmy and ran into our first obstacle. Oh no, a Tailo? This could be a really big issue. If it has a flying type move, that is. If not, okay, I think it does. Oh, okay. You know what? It makes sense to wipe to a Tailo, I'll say that much. Never in all my years of playing Pokemon have I lost to a Route 2 trainer like this, and it set my expectations for how the rest of the run would go, because there are a lot of random losses. Luckily, this obstacle had a pretty easy solution. It's an optional battle. We can literally just go around it. And from there, it was honestly pretty smooth sailing all the way up to Rustboro, where we added 2 new members to the team, a Silcoon named Silk, and a Nincada named Jacket. We also evolved both Squirmy and Silk into their respective Dustox and Beautifly, and then challenged the Rock-type gym. For the record, I don't think this is going to go smoothly. My plan has holes, and they're made by rocks. I do think the first 2 Pokemon should go down easy enough, right? Absorb, even though it is weak, or X, effective. Yeah, so it all just comes down to that stupid nose. Same thing, easy peasy. And here we come to the issue. Here's what I'm thinking. I switch into Wormy. We're gonna sack Wormy. It's fine, it's not a Nuzlocke. I just wanna make sure I get a clean switch. Okay, that's fine, that's what I expected. In to Squirmy. My goal is to poison. I think that's our win condition. Please, come on, I know you can do it, Give it to me. Okay, that's good. That's what we need. Now we just need to figure out how to live. So I think we do have to go into Jacket. I'm going to Sand Attack. Okay, we're faster. That's good. That's good information. Now you're going to miss. Okay, that's great. I think I'm going to Harden. I know it might seem weird, but we're already like pretty defensive, right? So we should live this. Oh. That is so good. That is so good. We might actually be able to like stall him out here. Well, I guess we don't really have a choice anymore. We're gonna have to stall him out here. This is better than I thought it would be. I expected to get stomped by this nose pass, but he's playing like an idiot, low key. We got this in the bag. Okay, and there we go. Nice and easy. Honestly, that went way smoother than I thought it would. Yeah, it wasn't that hard. I mean, look, it's the first gym in the game. It isn't supposed to be hard. And honestly, Brawly wasn't a challenge either. Between Beautifly with Gust and Dustox with Confusion, it was kind of inevitable we'd send this blue-haired brawler bawling. So we delivered the letter to Steven, sailed to Slateport, and made our way up to Mauville, with only one slight hiccup: a rival battle. I'm not sure why, but growing up, this fight felt like a trial for Masuda himself. It was so hard, but in the case of this run, we barely scraped by, even though I made the fight harder than needed by picking Trico, giving May Combuskin, a fire type, to use against me. If this thing had just spammed Embers, we would have lost 100%, but it was Birdbrand, so we get to continue up to Mauville City, where we added another new Pokemon. Kinda. Since Watson's level cap is 24, we were able to evolve Jacket, turning her into a beautiful Ninjask, and also spawning a Shedinja, meaning it was time to put Wally in the dirt and also do the same to Watson, since only one of his Pokemon has a way through Wonder Guard, Shedinja's ability. This is a broken ability that makes it so only super effective attacks do damage to Shedinja, and the only Pokemon with a super effective move on Watson's team is Voltorb, so once we get through that, Shedinja can just come in and clean up easily. Okay, Shedinja, please work with me here. Oh. Okay, you know what? I should have expected that. Yeah, so I kind of forgot that status moves also affect Shedinja, meaning they basically all knock it out since it only has 1 HP. But this loss revealed an even bigger issue to me. Magneton. See, Magneton as a Pokemon is the perfect counter to my team. Being an electric steel type, this trio of terror resisted every move my Pokemon had, so no matter what, it would take a few hits to get through it, which is really bad because half of my team is weak to its stab electric moves. And I also can't do chip damage with poison either because it's immune. So how did we overcome this massive obstacle? Well, if you remember at the beginning of the video, on the rules page, there was an asterisk next to the soft level caps. It is there because the level caps are really soft and can be surpassed if I want, but only by leveling manually. So if I want or feel the need to overlevel, I just have to run in the grass farming off low XP wild encounters rather than using rare candies, which is how I have been leveling so far. I did this because there are some fights in the game that I thought would be impossible without being overleveled, but I also didn't want to feel like I could overlevel without some consequence. So I decided to make the consequence my free time, meaning the way we got through Watson was by being slightly overleveled and also getting very lucky. Yeah, it turns out my initial strategy with Shedinja was probably still our best bet at winning. So in order to get through Magneton, I just had to get really lucky and not get confused. And we did have a tool that could increase our chances. Double Team, which we could easily set up on the Electrike before Magneton. Between Supersonic's poor accuracy and our increased evasion, the odds of getting confused were as minimized as possible. So all we had to do was get a bit lucky. And after a few attempts, we did. And now, our Demon. We're gonna go for Screech on turn 1. It doesn't bank the Supersonic this time, which is good. Okay, that Thunder Wave is gonna be annoying. As long as he doesn't hit a Supersonic, we're good though. He's gonna keep trying to launch him. I think a heal is coming this turn. Yep. I'm gonna Spite because it goes for the last move. We've gotten really lucky with paralysis here too, I just want to say. By 3, that's not very much. If there's a run, it's gonna be this one. We've gotten so lucky with the misses and not getting paralyzed. I just had to say something. Part of me wants to switch. I really do think it might be better to now save Shedinja, because like the main thing we want to do with Shedinja is get the defense down, right? Sure, this can get hit by like a shockwave, but I think it's not going to go for it turn 1. Now we're +2 attack and faster. This cut should do good damage. There we go. Okay, we're through. And since Manectric has no way to damage Shedinja, we got our 3rd gym badge. And by the way, if you think Shedinja is going to be too OP for this run, it isn't. Trust me, there are a lot of challenging trainers that completely invalidate it, like our next gym leader, Flannery. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, I streamed this entire challenge run on Twitch, and I do a lot of other challenges there too. So maybe go drop a follow, that way you can appear in these videos too. So after doing all the extra Team Aqua and Magma plot, we finally climbed Mount Chimney, beat Maxie, beat Maxie, and made our way to Lava Ridge Town. And let me tell you, this gym was hard. I knew it was going to be a challenge going in, but even just some regular trainers gave us some trouble. And when we did get to Flannery, it didn't exactly go well. It took a number of attempts just to find our footing, but over those failures, I noticed something weird. For some reason, whenever I switched from Dustox to Ninjask, Flannery's Numel continued to use Magnitude, even though it doesn't affect Ninjask. This means I can not only bring Ninjask in for free, but I can also set up some sword stances, which it learned just a couple of levels ago, which made the following attempt go much smoother, as Ninjask was able to knock out Numel, Camerupt, and Ninetales with little issue. But this smoothness would end with Torkoal. Now the big boy. Let's go for a Slash. Let's see how much this does. It's definitely not going to one-shot. No, that's what I expected. That's not bad though. Although, is she going to heal? We're gonna go for a Stun Spore. Okay. I knew it would miss eventually. That was part of the risk we took. It does 1 shot. That's been 2 used so far. So I think a Spite here, as long as it drains 3 PP, it should be out of overheats. Okay, let's see if I'm right. Okay, now its moves are Sunny Day, which doesn't hurt, Body Slam, which can't hurt Shedinja, and Attract, so it has no way to affect Shedinja now. Okay, we're in the red. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that turtle's got some bulk, but with it doused, it was time to return to Petalburg to fight our absent father. First though, we had to pick up potentially the most important item of the run, the Claw Fossil, which we revived into an Anorith named Shrimp. This little guy will soon be a hard carry for us, but first we have to go beat up our father. And honestly, we did so with very little issue, which means it was time to head to the 6th gym. But first, we have a little bit of revenge to dish out. Well, how the tables have turned. Oh, you have a Talo? I'm so scared. Look at that, Alan. Alright, now we go to the 6th gym. And after blasting through some Team Aqua nonsense and also another unremarkable rival fight, we arrive in Fortree City. Before facing the 6th gym though, I had one more Pokemon I wanted to add to the team from the Safari Zone. Heracross, who won't be too useful now since we're about to do a flying gym, but will be very useful later, especially since we got lucky and got a Guts Heracross. Okay, now it's time to face the 6th gym, and I have to be honest, I kind of made a mistake here. So you know how I said I could level up past the level cap if I did it manually? Well, I think that was a mistake because I might have pushed it too far. See, after failing against a number of regular trainers in this gym, I decided to evolve Anorith, which meant getting it to level 40. So not only did I have a Pokemon that was 7 levels higher than anything Winona had, it was also an Armaldo, which is really strong by Gen 3 standards. So this gym that I thought was going to be a huge challenge turned out to be a total wash. But if you still want to see me struggle, don't worry, you still will. There are a number of trainers left in the game that gave me trouble that I wasn't expecting at all. Also, after this incident, I decided not to overlevel at all anymore, so you won't have to worry about this happening again. Anyway, after that, we did a ton of story stuff that was ultimately uneventful before heading into the 7th gym. The gym itself wasn't all that challenging, but let me tell you, the gym leaders, Tate and Liza, they were something else. These two are the gym leaders that took me the most attempts in the run. It's surprising, I know. I'm using bug-type Pokemon, so we should have a clear advantage here, but we don't. And here's basically why. Claydol is a menace. This thing loves to spam Earthquake, which is stab and hits all of my bugs neutrally, doing pretty significant damage even to a defensive tank like Armaldo. So why not bring in some of my flying types? Well, that's because it also has Ancient Power, which is 4 times effective against my bug flying Pokemon. On top of that, it's also pretty tanky, so we're not able to take it down in a low number of hits. And even when it does eventually go down, Solrock comes in and it knows Flamethrower, which is super effective into pretty much everyone except Armaldo. And as if that wasn't enough, there's also Xatu, who knows Calm Mind and Psychic. So if you ignore it to deal with Claydol, it just sets up on you and sweeps. Oh, and it also has Sunny Day to strengthen Flamethrower. All of this made the fight a major struggle, but the strategy I figured would work the best was pretty simple. Focus down Claydol and Solrock, because once they were gone, the other twin is much easier to deal with, especially since they have no moves that can touch Shedinja. And after many attempts, we finally got this. We already know the strategy for the first couple turns. Okay, start with being annoying, sure. Please, just break through. Okay. Still no Omni Boost. This is insane. That is not the start I wanted at all. But you know what? At least we got another chance. Ugh. I feel like it's doing more damage than it used to. Okay, out of the confusion early, that's great. Okay, let's go for another Ancient Power, because apparently they still have more ways to heal. Legend has it, he's still trying to hit that Omni Boost to this day. We really are. Is that gonna kill? God damn it. Dude, if I didn't... I'm getting annoyed. Very annoyed. Of course, now we get it. In one of the worst runs we've had, we get it. You know what? At least we got it, right? Ooh, okay. And the attack boost from the Metal Claw? Hold up. Shrimp's like kind of goated right now. I know, if we don't win on this one, it's going to take another year to hit. So what I want to do right now is try and draw attention away from Shrimp, because he's so hopped up on just being hopped up. So let's go like this and this. It outspeeds everything now. Come on. No. You can live that, you're +1. Okay. You know what? Not the end of the world, potentially. Hopefully, we did not also go. Okay, you know what? That actually works out. That is not the worst. This is such a cursed run, I just have to say. Like, it just feels so bizarre. So much went right, but so much went wrong at the same time. And now you use another one for some reason. It's like they save some until Solrock and Lunatone get out. I think that's what's going on here. Ooh, I think that's it. I think that's the loss right there. Silk, you might have just saved everything. Here's what I'm like thinking. I think it's worth going for Shadow Ball here and Giga Drain. Double target. If we get through it, they have no way to beat Shedinja. Okay. Honestly, I might not even need to bring Shedinja out here at this point. I'm gonna do it just to flex. It is GG's. It is wrapped up. Even if you kill Jacket. Okay, you're just gonna kill Jacket. Yeah, GG. What a crazy one to win on, too. I was not expecting this to be the one that we went on. After it went so bizarrely. But also, it was pretty... Okay, yeah, I forgot about Confusion again, but it ended up not mattering this time as Shedinja never hurt itself. So we were finally able to collect our 7th gym badge, meaning it's time to do a ton of story stuff. Luckily, no battles against Team Aqua or Magma are really that hard, so this section almost goes smoothly. Almost. We should be able to take one. Okay. I think we just lose now, because I hit myself in Confusion like 6 times. Let's just pretend we all didn't see that and move on to the 8th gym. And let me tell you, Juan is a huge pushover. Despite being the final gym leader, this dude has 0 moves that can hurt Shedinja. Yes, that includes Crawdon, the water dark type. The biggest threat to Shedinja on this team is a Love Disc because it has Supersonic. That's right, one of the weakest Pokemon of all time is the only thing that stands between us and our final badge. So once we took it out, it was easy rolling from there. And so it was time to go to Victory Road. But first, we picked up our final team member, Pinsir, another strong physically attacking bug type that doesn't learn any bug type moves. Regardless, we made our way to the final obstacle standing between us and the Elite Four, and let me tell you, it was a massive obstacle. I wiped so many times in this stupid cave. It felt like running into a brick wall over and over again. Random trainers would hold beasts that could devour bugs, but every time I entered, we made it just a little bit further. I also forgot to get Flash, which made this section really annoying, but in the end, we finally got there, meaning it's time to do some last minute prep, like burning Heracross for the Guts boost and finalizing movesets. And then it was time for our final challenge, the Elite Four. Here's the thing about the Elite Four. There's really only one member we have to worry about. First up is Sydney, who poses almost 0 threat to us as he uses dark types, which we have a lot of super effective attacks into. Really, the only Pokemon that might be a threat is Absol, since it has Swords Dance and Aerial Ace. But it's also slow as a Friday afternoon meeting, so we can outspeed it with Pinsir and knock it out with ease. Then there's Phoebe, who can be annoying, but isn't too bad. Her lead Dusclops should really be renamed Tenga, because it it pretty much exists to drain your PP, meaning that it can be really annoying, especially with low PP moves like Ancient Power. But once it's down, she usually sends in a Bayonet. One of them is easy to beat, and one of them is not. We want the easy one, as we can easily set up with Ninjask and sweep the rest of her team with Shadow Ball. Glacia is next, and she is by far the easiest member. Heracross one-shots her first 4 Pokemon with a Guts-boosted Brick Break, and then we bring in Shedinja against Walrein since it has no way to damage it. It's pretty much a guaranteed win. And then we have the problem child, Drake. This man's team was made to kill bugs. He's the kid on the playground that set bugs on fire with a magnifying glass. This dude pours boiling water in ant hills and enjoys it. He is a bug hater. Every Pokemon on his team except Kingdra has at least one move that is super effective against our bugs, and Kingdra has a move that is super effective against Armaldo. Shelgon isn't too bad if we're being honest, but everyone else is. Altaria has Dragon Dance and Aerial Ace. Flygon has Flamethrower and outspeeds our entire team except Ninjask. And then of course there's Salamence, who has a massive attack stat, really good special attack, and the same speed stat as Flygon, and has Flamethrower and Rock Slide in its moveset. It also has Intimidate as an ability, which is terrible for us since pretty much all of our attacks are physical. Each of these Pokemon would be obstacles as individuals, so having to beat them all in one battle is an insane mountain to climb, but eventually, after many hours of failed attempts, we got this. Oh, not starting with a Protect this time? That's interesting. Oh, okay, Lemon. Flygon is probably going to go for, what, Flamethrower? But now we go into it with a lot more health. Let's try a Facade and see how much it does. I still don't want to lose Lemon though, because that shouldn't one-shot, yeah. In fact, I think we can live one more. Probably gonna heal here, right? I think if he heals, I might want to take that opportunity to switch next time, because I think it's better to preserve Lemon's health than to let it get down like this. Okay, it does go for Earthquake when we bring in Armaldo, that's good to know. Ancient Power was probably a bad move here. Yep. Let's go into Jacket. Should be another Earthquake, yep. Protect for obvious reasons. Shadow Ball finishes it off. Now who comes in next? It is Altaria. I think it might want to go for a Swords Dance turn 1. Let's find out. That's what I meant, a Dragon Dance, yeah. I'm gonna bat and pass here. I think we take one Aerial Ace, no problem. Yep, and now we can hit back with a +2 Ancient Power. This might be the attempt. We might be through. Want to give me the Omni Boost? Just... You actually did it! Okay, okay, okay. I was not expecting you to actually hit me with that. Okay. If we lose this attempt, I'm gonna lose my mind. There's only one Pokemon left that's a huge threat. That is, of course, Salamence. This thing is threatening, but only to Armaldo. So we're +3 attack and +3 speed. We should outspeed. Let's just go for an Ancient Power and see how much it does. I don't think it'll one-shot, but it could. Not quite. Okay, that's fine though. I'm okay with that. Is it ideal? No. It's also not the worst thing to ever happen, you know? Let's bring in Shedinja, because Kingdra can't do anything to it. Let's go for Confuse Ray. That's okay. I'm okay with that, because it means we get to confuse Salamence. I think I'm gonna go for a Grudge. If it hurts itself in confusion and then I get the Grudge off, whatever attack it goes for next turn, if it kills me, which if he doesn't hurt himself in confusion again, it should, we'll just run out of PP. Okay, you know, it's a good thing I've got more than one Grudge though. Me and Shedinja are so alike. Okay, that's good. No more Flamethrower. That is phenomenal. It still has a Rock Slide. Let's bring in Squirmy now. Yeah, Squirmy. For the love of all things buggy, I need you to hit this Toxic. You've missed a couple of times, and you know what? I forgive you. 85% accuracy? That's hard in Pokemon. But I need you to hit this Toxic right now, or I'm gonna lose my marbles. I think we live one Rock Slide. Squirmy is surprisingly bulky. Please. Thank you. Now, you may perish. 07, see you on the other side. I'm gonna go for Revenge because it should outspeed and Rock Slide. Revenge might have been a bad move, but I didn't want to get it too low on health, right? Okay, that's good. That's actually really good. We should live one more. Let's go for a Seismic Toss. Oh, Dragon Claw this time. We're so close. Okay, now the poison kills. Okay. One more. After, I don't even know how many attempts. Victory is within our grasp. He's probably going to heal now, though. Yeah. That is not great. We might still lose here. He's slower than Grippers, too, which is good information. The real question is whether or not Jacket can live an attack. Because this dude is not bulky. Okay, I think I just lost the run. That was a misplay on my part. I think I just lost it. Please crit. I need this to crit. I need this to one-shot. Okay, I think we're actually still good. I think Jacket should be fast enough. Oh, wait, we have speed boost. He's definitely going to be fast enough. Okay, there we go. Finally. And now, one battle stood between us and victory. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. Compared to Drake, Wallace is easy, and it's all thanks to Shedinja. Wallace only has 3 Pokemon that can hit Shedinja, and all 3 must do so with Toxic. By using Shedinja to draw these threats out early, we can eliminate them when we have the most resources, and then let Shedinja clean up the other half of his team. We beat him on the first try. Do I feel a little bad for cheesing the champion with Shedinja? Yeah, a bit, but we barely got to use him in the Elite Four, so I don't mind too much as it gave him a chance to shine. For all intents and purposes, Drake was really the final battle of this run, and so we enter our team of bugs into the Hall of Fame. But there is still one more challenge left in the game. Steven, a man with a team that might actually be impossible to beat with just bug types. And while I didn't fight him in this run, I am going to be doing attempts against him starting Monday live on stream. So if you want to see how that goes, come on over. I also have a Discord you can join if you want to stay up to date on streams and videos. So there will be a link in the description for that down below. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say, so see ya.